Hey boys, welcome to the preliminary final in Beer Pro here, taking on the Sydney Roosters. So, yeah, this is the second biggest game of the season for us. Well, hopefully the second biggest. Hopefully it's not the biggest. We have to win this to go into the grand final. And of course, it has to be nice and rainy. So, it's going to be more of a level playing field as the Roosters. They have a very, very strong back line. We played them actually just recently. It's their halves that are probably the letdown. Like, their forward pack is good as well. Good front row there. And the bench is... It's okay, but it's a good side apart from the halves. I mean, maybe they're pretty well rated, but yeah, the rest of their side, you know, their backline has stayed pretty much the same over like 4 seasons, which is pretty crazy. Still Vashek, Tupou, Ferguson. They do have Jordan Kahu, who's very good as well. So yeah, just overall, very strong. But last tackle kick here, and it's going to get that down, the pass off to us, and we're going to score the first try of the game. I was a bit annoyed to start because I wanted him to kick where I was running, but then, you know, it was good work by, I think Cartwright got the bat down, and I pressed triangle because I thought that would make him bat it down to me, but obviously he didn't, and then the guy passed it to me, which actually worked out pretty well because I was in a pretty good spot to score. But unfortunately, pretty much the next set, we come up with a loose ball, and the Roosters hit straight back with their fullback, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. The pass there looked a little forward. Maybe it was just flat. It was a decent pass. You know, pretty much that sort of stuff. You gotta read it well, because if you let the AI defend that, they're always gonna miss, because just that long pass, it always scores. But you know, that's where the fullback, you gotta be, you know, you've just gotta read that well. As the Roosters, they let themselves down right there. They're looking very dangerous. They came up with a half break to Tuivasa-Sheck, and thankfully we came with the tackle, but then a forward pass following that, and it gives us a chance. But the back down goes to Patton there, and I thought for a second it was one of the wingers, and I thought he was going to be away, but thankfully we were able to catch him and stop the progress. Is right there. The step just beat Michael Jennings, who was diving at absolutely nothing. That was actually pretty funny. Usually, like, the animation will show them just missing, but that time he just completely just dove at absolutely nothing. We just left him stranded. But, you know, coming in the wet conditions, coming up with a silly offload. But 5 minutes before half time, we decided to go for a field goal. You know, not too much doing. You know, about 40 meters out, not too much pressure. So I thought, you know what, let's just have a shot. We've hit it pretty sweetly, and it's just squeezed through the left side there. And, you know, we'll take that. We'll take that potential 1 point lead as right there. We're almost going to concede off the kickoff, but we are going to turn that into a bit of an attacking spree as another Rooster goes diving there. It looks like Aiden Guerra. I don't know what's going on. It's pretty good, but it looks like halftime is going to be a 7-6 scoreline, which is it's a tight one. It's a tight game. The Roosters, like I said at the start, they're a tough side to verse, obviously. As we look across field here, we set up the numbers. Tohu Harris, please, just pass the ball off. Had the numbers, but he just selfishly took the ball himself right there. As we look to go to the blind side, and I thought, it was one of those times where I thought we were going to be through, but I think it was Blake Ferguson came up with a tackle. But starting the second half off pretty poorly. Another loose carry from someone. Might have been us, actually. I think we threw an offload or something. But it's going to be the Roosters. And then we get pinged for offside there. I was very confused during the game because looking at back on the replay, we were we had the yellow mark around us all the way through. So I don't know why. We were just standing at our marker. But we gave away the penalty and actually took the 2 points, which... it was a little bit surprising. Usually the AI doesn't go for the 2, but that time they did, and they go in front 8-7. So I wasn't too disappointed, but obviously we are trailing now. But the Roosters once again just shooting themselves in the foot. You know, they get a bit of momentum, and then they just do something silly as right there, just a say yo. Oh my goodness, that was That was hilarious. That was the best try ever. We just passed it off to him, and then we just bumped him straight out of the line of the Roosters. Bryce Cartwright misses a kick, which is pretty poor, but oh man, that was great. Like, surely it's a shepherd, but obviously the game, there's not shepherds in the game. But that was just amazing. We just bumped him straight out of the line, and he scores just a simple try. Just a bit of luck. A bit of luck definitely has gone our way as we go through to the backfield. Another diving Rooster, but we are going to go out of play. It was a little silly. I was trying to straighten up, but I just couldn't get back on the line there. That's like the third time a Rooster has just dove in nothing. This game is pretty comical, honestly. But right there, trying to find space, but it was hard to find space. Kicking against the wind, obviously, in this second half, and Tulvashek was just constantly getting to ball on the full and giving them good momentum to start the sets. As only 5 minutes left, we're in a pretty precarious situation. Only a 3-point lead, so a try to the Roosters will seal the game. But look at the ball there to Cartwright. Just unbelievable skill. Just taking it as close to the line as possible. Attracting 2 plays. But right there, me and Ben Hunt just get in each other's way. Both of our faults, really. And we give the Roosters one last little sniff here. One last chance to steal the game. And oh man, this is a little nerve-wracking for me, honestly, as they look to spread it wide. Tulvashek, always a danger man, but they sort of just bunched around. Don't really know what they're doing. Should be last play of the game as they look to spread left, and it's onto Wood. Palms away one, and they had the numbers, but he just takes a tackle, and that is going to be a pretty sloppy, but we'll take the win there in the wet conditions. Always a tough victory. So many errors, but sort of what you expect. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.